This video is about finding the trigonometric function values for angles around the unit circle that you cannot make a reference triangle out of. So we're talking about angles that are on your four major quadrants. So we have the angle here at 0 degrees or 0 radians. We have an angle up here which is 90 degrees or pi over 2 radians. The angle over here, which is 180 degrees or pi radians. And the angle down here, which is 270 degrees or 3 pi over 2 radians. So to find the values of the sine, cosine, and tangent at these angles, we're going to use just a little tool here, which is that the x-coordinate of any point is the cosine, and the y-coordinate at any point on the unit circle is the sine. And to help remember that, I have a little song. Goes to the tune of Row, Row, Row Your Boat. X is cosine, y is sine, y is sine, on the unit circle, all the time, all the time. So keeping that in mind, as long as these angles are on the unit circle, we can then use the x and y coordinates of the points to help us find the sine and the cosine. So if I'm trying to find the sine of pi over 2, I would go to pi over 2 on the unit circle. I would write in the coordinates of that point, which are 0, 1, and the x coordinate is the cosine, the y coordinate is the sine. Since I'm looking for the sine, then I just write down the y-coordinate of that point, which is 1. For the cosine of 180, it's the exact same thing. I go to that point on the unit circle. I write down the coordinates, which are -1, 0. This time I'm looking for the cosine, so I'm going to look at the x-coordinate. The x-coordinate's -1, so the cosine of 180 is -1. The second verse of the song helps us find the tangent. Here we go. Tangent's different, you divide, sine divide by cosine, all the time, all the time. So if I'm looking for the tangent of an angle that is located on the unit circle, I first need to find the angle, so 3 pi over 2, that would be down here. I need to write out its coordinates. This point is 0, -1. And then to find the tangent, I have to do the sine divided by the cosine. So the sine, that's the y-coordinate, so that is -1. And then the cosine is the x-coordinate, that is 0. So to find the tangent of 3 pi over 2, I have -1 divided by 0. And I'm not allowed to divide by 0, so this is undefined. Now moving on to the tangent of 360 degrees, that's going around a full rotation, so we're at this point right here. The coordinates of this point are 1, 0. So again, I'm going to do sine divided by cosine. Sine is the y-coordinate of the point, which is 0. Cosine is the x-coordinate of the point, which is 1. And 0 divided by 1 is defined. It's just 0. So the tangent of 360 is 0. While the tangent of 3 pi over 2 in radians is undefined.